Hey guys, Grumpy here with another episode of By the Rules. So this episode is going to focus on rebuilding the fleet. So there's going to be a lot of bounty hunting. Not all of it is narrated. Some of it is just recorded. So this will be on the shorter side with just highlights pretty much. There's one special bounty in here, so I wanted to include that. And then also we are going to go over surviving some of the perils of hyperspace. We get out of a very interesting situation. So hope you guys enjoy. So a phenomenal opportunity here at the edge of the core worlds. We have a bounty where the capital ship is a Battle Group 14 Onslaught. This is exactly what we're looking for. We have been rebuilding the fleet, trying to earn enough credits to get the ship that we need, but here it is. So we're definitely going to take this fight. It is a very heavy fight, having the Onslaught 2 Dominators, and it is a mobile fight, having the 3 Eagles. So we need to be very careful in this fight. I think the best way to tackle this is to see if we can get rid of any of these heavier ships. So the Onslaught, either one of the Dominators, and then that just leaves us being a heavy fleet, which means we can tank a lot of damage, versus a highly mobile fleet, which can reposition around us. But because we have such large coverage and a lot of armor to play with, we should still be effective against a more mobile fleet. So let's go ahead and begin. Alright, so here's the enemy fleet, here's our fleet. We have an Onslaught that we're piloting ourselves, as well as the Legion. The plan is to stick the Legion and the Onslaught together side by side, while the Dominators protect our flank. If we can go head to head with this Onslaught, it'll be a 2-on-1. Our Dominators, we may be able to even peel them off and go against their Dominators. But if we can clear this Onslaught off the battlefield as quickly as possible, then the rest of the fleet falls apart. There's even opportunities here to potentially 2-on-1 some of these smaller cruisers and work from smaller high mobility targets down to just the last 3 heavies, which at that point we would have a numbers advantage and we could surround them. But we'll just see how the fight goes. I think because we're kind of even in numbers, I think we could take this fight in the middle of the battlefield. No need to pull off to one side or hide in the corner. I think we could just go head to head, draw a line, and see where we can poke and prod. So let's move into engage. We will deploy more enforcers to begin the fight with, just so we can secure those objectives. In this case, securing the objectives, we'll make you guys group 4. We'll make you guys group 5. Securing the objectives in this case makes sense, just because this is going to be a longer fight. So we do want to gain some purchase. With the rest of the fleet grouped, we'll put them in a temporary group 3, but group 3 and group 2 will be our Dominators. Group 1 will be ourselves and the Legion. But what we're going to do is take the rest of group 3. We're all going to move forward towards the nav buoy. So the objective is secure these 3, deploy the rest of our fleet, and then see how the fight unfolds. I think if we can put early pressure on the enemy, we stand the advantage. The Dominator is anything but a small ship, but compared to the Onslaught, it just looks so tiny. Make sure we burn drive in. I think aggressiveness favors us here. Okay, so we secure one objective. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring in the rest of our fleet. And to group 4, we're going to add another enforcer. To group 5, we're going to add another enforcer. And now our dominators, since they're all on the battlefield, we'll go ahead and start reassigning groups. So we make a group 2, we make a group 1. I think I'm going to send... It looks like the heavier ships are on the left side. So you can tell kind of where enemy forces are going to be raided, because typically they'll send their faster, smaller ships down one side, and then they'll leave the rest of their fleet on the other side. So it looks like everyone is going to be stacked up on the left. So I'm going to send my Dominator groups over here to reinforce this. So I want everyone to defend that. And then my Enforcer group, group 5, after they secure this objective, I want them to follow on and then follow me. Let's take a quick peep. I'm afraid if I give them the escort command right now, they will not secure that objective. So we'll just wait on that. Okay. So deploying the Dominators over here and putting the bulk of the forces over here is going to help draw a line on this side of the battlefield. What we'll be able to do with the Legion and the Onslaught is be able to create that nice ambush from the right side and push in against them. We'll also have the Enforcers to even flank around the back to get even more access to the enemy fleet. You know what? If that's the case, let's just do it. Let's just do it now. We'll grab these two enforcers, move them up. We'll leave this one to secure that objective, and then we'll call it. You guys are good. So we have group 3, group 4, and group 2 all going there, and then group 5 is going to support our flank. Cool. All right. Oh! Just barely missed on that one. Alright. We'll spend a little time getting this off the battlefield, but not too much. Okay. Cool. So here's the enemy fleet lined up like we talked about. So they're a little more spaced out than I would like, but that's fine. So we're gonna go ahead and cancel these objectives, or we'll cancel this one at least, and then we'll cancel this one. And what we're gonna do is start separating out and surrounding them. So we're gonna take group 4 since they're mobile, and we'll give them the engage order. So we'll give them that engage order. Group 5 is moving up. I want them to be in a nice secure position where they can get behind the enemy. Group 2, our heavy dominator group, I want them I want them to help. Actually, I want them to peel off this eagle. And then to support that, I'm actually going to use you. And I'm going to use this legion to go ahead and engage the Dominator. I'm going to pick through here and see if we can't just fold the enemy immediately. So a little micro intensive, but I think this will be good. So let's see if we can get these ships off the battlefield quickly. So keep in mind, the enemy fleet composition is heavy, right? So if we can get rid of these two Dominators, that represents a lot of firepower easily off the battlefield. Our enforcers are working down the eagle, which is good. And then it looks like they're starting to attack that eagle. If this Dominator separates out just a little bit more, what we're actually going to do... Actually, we can change this. What we can do is we can just give an eliminate order. And have our Dominators take out theirs. Onslaught is facing us. Alright, so there might actually just be an opportunity here. Alright, let's try this out. Very risky, but I think we can get something. We're going to give 2 engage orders and just have them start collapsing down the left side as we attack the right. Yeah. Alright. Let's continue on. Alright. This Dominator injured, we can go ahead and cancel this order. Or not injured, but like very high flux. We can cancel this order, use our enforcers now to go ahead and help assist there. This eagle is peeled off, which is fantastic. Create an opportunity for our 2 Dominators to attack their Dominator. This is great. That's an engage order, so they... Looks like this Dominator is taking way too much fire. So that's fine. We might lose a Dominator. Just looks like the Onslaught is a little more interested in that, but that's fine. If we can destroy this Dominator, then that'll give us the opportunity to continue to turn and then start engaging their Onslaught. This is really good because we have the 4 Typhoon Reaper launchers, so we should be able to blow a hole in the side of the Onslaught and quickly eliminate it. We don't need this to be... Oh, I mean, we can keep it in eliminate order. That's fine. They're putting a lot of pressure on that eagle, which is really good. I'm going to go ahead and close the distance. We really want to give our Reapers a chance to get in there, and they do. And also we grab the attention of the Onslaught, which is nice, so we're able to peel it away and save our Dominator. But now that it's interested in us, it's kind of a race of who's a little more maneuverable, and I don't know what your officer skills are, but I hope one is in maneuverability because we're kind of caught out of position. Once this Dominator is destroyed, then we'll just grab R4 and then we'll sandwich the Onslaught left and right. We'll keep 1 Dominator on this eagle just so it doesn't sneak back into the fight, and then we should be able to get rid of this Onslaught. So that's both Dominators down, and then the Onslaught's going to fall soon, and then it's just about cleaning up the fight. Ah, yikes. Well, that's awful. Alright. That is terrible. Quite terrible. I decided to put my shields down to give myself an opportunity to dump a little bit of flux. Was not the right call, and we ate a couple of Reapers. The Onslaught's still looking at us, and those Reapers are going to come offline pretty soon, so we're pretty much dead there. Yep. Alright. The Dominator and the Enforcer can chase down the Eagle, that's fine. This Eagle is being annoying yet again. Hopefully the Enforcer flying around the back is going to be able to pin it down, but if we can't deal with that, we can't deal with that. That's okay. 3 Dominators versus handful of Enforcers and Eagles should still be fine. Or 4 Dominators. And then our Legion is kind of just happy to be here, I guess. We'll commit them to the Eliminate order. And let's see what we can do. I might... Let's have you two deal with that. I might jump in this Enforcer or a Dominator and see what we can do, but let's see the rest of the fight happen. That's so disappointing. On the bright side, their Onslaught is fluxed out. And that is disappointing. Their Onslaught was fluxed out too, so, you know, kill for kill. I would obviously much rather not lose my Onslaught. I'd rather have it for the rest of the fight, but still, it is what it is. Just really poor timing on the shielding. Alright, so let's see what we can do here. Move into one of the worst positions we possibly can. We can go ahead and delete that eliminate order. So we win the fight with just one major casualty, that being our Onslaught. Let's see what shakes out after the fight. Hopefully the Onslaught is on offer. We'll absolutely take it. We will pursue them. We'll just let our second command handle it. I think we can just get away with deploying Enforcers. We get our Enforcer, which is fantastic. We also, looks like we get an opportunity to recover one of the enemy's Dominators. Sorry. Onslaught. We get an opportunity to recover a Dominator as well as an Enforcer. And then we will spend a story point, obviously, to recover their Onslaught. And I'm a little tempted to spend a story point on another Dominator, but at this point in the game, we can purchase dominators pretty reliably from um, Hegemony military worlds. So this is going to be very difficult to get everybody back home. We're going to have low combat readiness, and the supply cost is going to be absurd. But I think this is pretty well worth it. Welcome to the fleet. Alright, so we're heading back to the core worlds. However, we have a little bit of a situation here. If I open up the map tab, looking at the fuel range, we don't have enough to make it back to Naraka. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to gambit and use something that might potentially save our fleet. So I'm going to get as close as I can to the core worlds and then activate emergency burn and hope that the momentum from emergency burn is enough to fling us near enough to Naraka that we end up falling into that gravity well. We're down to 200. We are down to 180. Oof. So we'll go just a little bit further, but I think this is the best we got. This is rough. And then we'll activate emergency burn. We'll go just a little bit further. A little further. And then we'll emergency burn. Right now. Oh, that got us nowhere. And we're in the storm. It's the worst of all things. Ugh. Whatever. That's fine. So now what we're doing is we're drifting. This is the better of the two options. So we'll go ahead and grab emergency, or we'll grab distress call. This is the better of the two options. We're glad we didn't end up in the black hole. That would have been terrible. If we can't get any help out here, then we'll consider salvaging our fleet. We do have plenty of supplies, so we can last a few days. Oh, it's a neutron star. Holy. There's a research station, though. Oh, that's so awful. I wonder if we can reach... Alright, this is extremely dangerous. There's a planet here to shield us, thankfully. But it doesn't cost fuel to fly in this system. This is horrible. It doesn't cost fuel to fly around, so I mean we can just keep circling the neutron star. I want to grab the research station, but if it blows us off course, then that's horrible. Alright. This is terrible. Okay, it looks like the neutron star stream rotates at a different speed from the research station, so eventually we will be able to open it. The reason I want to open it is I want to see if there's any fuel inside, and hopefully this is enough to get us home. So after a couple of months, we finally get the research station on the same side of the star as us, so we're gonna go ahead and loot it. Over here on the right, we have how much fuel we need to get home, so 431. That's how much we need exactly to get to that star system, so we'll probably need a little more. I don't know if this factors the jump out of the system, but short of that, if there's not 500 odd fuel in this research station, then I do have another plan. But let's see, fingers crossed here. Do we get lucky? Alright. Actually, you know what? We will spend a story point to pick up salvaging, just so that we can get a little more fuel. So we're going to reassign our skills. Yes. We will cut... I don't really want to cut support doctrine, because that's going to burn through our fuel supplies. But I mean, I guess it's the only one that really makes sense. Alright, and then we'll pick up salvaging, confirm. Alright, now when we go to the research station, we have 194 effectiveness. Let's begin salvaging operations. You get 121 fuel. You get op center, which is nice. Unfortunately, 121 fuel just isn't going to cut it. The sector. No, it's not enough. It would be enough to get us out into the next system. But I have a little better idea, and it involves us getting back on the same side as Epsilon Petiti. So I'll see you in a second. Alright, so here we are at Epsilon Petiti, and we are going to establish a colony. So we have enough crew, we have enough supply, and we have enough heavy machinery that we can begin a colony. The plan will be to deposit our largest ships so that we don't lose them, and use the fuel that we do have. Desperado. We will establish a colony here, deposit our largest ships, and then from there head to the core worlds, buy some fuel, come back, pick up our ships, and then pack up this colony, because we don't want to subject our citizens to this much duress. To the crew that we leave behind, what I strongly suggest is you scurry to the other side of the planet for shelter. Pray you aren't irradiated enough. I promise we will return. So we want to go light and slim as possible so we have enough fuel to get there and back. Let's go ahead and drop off crew in storage. We should now have enough fuel to make it to the Raqqa. Buy the fuel that we need and go ahead and make it back home. No need to wait. I promise we will return. We return to Nachiketa. We will buy all of the fuel that you have so that we can bring everyone home. In fact, I think this is a good indicator that our fleet requires an additional Phaeton. Yes, please, spending an absurd amount on fuel, but it is very important that everybody makes it home. Okay, I think that's plenty. Just in case. Alright, see you when we pick everybody up. Alright, let's... I'm so sorry, there's no planet to return to. We're gonna go ahead and manage our colony, or well, repair our ships. Manage our colony, we'll scoop everyone up. Alright, so we can unmothball a few things. Final thing we have to do is just go ahead and abandon it. We thank you. Alright, and then we'll leave. So, a lot of harm, a lot of foul, but we get home just with a little bit of a pit stop. Alright, see you when we get home. Alright, so at the end of the rebuild, here's the current fleet. We built it back stronger than ever, and I'm really happy with this fleet. I think we're going to be successful if we deploy a fleet like this. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed that episode. The rebuild was fun. You didn't get to see all of it. It was a lot of bounty hunting. I tried to include as much as I could into it. But, yeah. Other than that, Grumpy out.